Well, guys, I am back with another video. It's been a few weeks really, so my last video. I'm sorry. But I'm here reviewing episode 4 of Doctor Who Season 2, or should I say Season 15. This is a Doctor Light episode. So, yep, this is probably the only one for the season as we head towards the final 2 episodes starting this Saturday. In 2 days, May 24th, 2025, will be the penultimate episode of Doctor Who. Before next week will be the season finale before we get this year's Christmas special. So I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who after next week. I'll review it every week anyway. But yeah, this was a good or so episode. I feel like it didn't really do anything to dive much into the character's psyche. So, I was wondering how the Doctor and Belinda would have appeared in this episode, but I was wrong. This was a Doctor Light episode of Previous Silas. Right? Well, the Doctor only appears 3 times in the episode, and Belinda only once, and she even gets a bit of a mention later in the episode. Wait. What? Hold on, what? How was he? How? Okay, let's just realize something. I'll get to that a bit later, but how does he know that? So wait, that's not possible. You should know that. Anyway, let's get into this episode. So we open up in London. The Doctor and Belinda arrive. You know, trying to appear together. And so we don't know what they write in London, but unknown year. But it seems to be January 1st. Basically New Year's Day. Basically New Year's. With fireworks celebrations going on. Young Boyko Comrade reveals the year is 2007. January 1st, 2007. So most likely the 10th Doctor not yet met Martha at this point in time. But that's when the Doctor was able to appear here. Because he's not yet arrived at the point of time. He's not met Martha yet. Which is interesting. And you get 50p they found a few seconds ago to Conrad. As he wants to tell his mum what happened, but she doesn't believe in her. She's an abusive woman. Even slaps her across the face. So basically she's abusive, but as you see that that had an effect on him. As 17 years later, he was only 8 years old at the time in 2007. 17 years later, he ended up finding the TARDIS. And then go inside a building where the Doctor and Ruby are. Now, this obviously takes place sometime during season 1. But we get confirmation of when it takes place once in dialogue. Hey, Common has responded some type of alien as the Doctor and Ruby. Being the usual selves. Being their silly selves after beating this creature. As unit is going to be sent to unit for containment. He's doing a podcast, by the way, in present day, and he's talking to Ruby herself. So he's telling this story from a year, but he's telling it present day, but this story is from a year ago in 2024. And we get confirmation this takes place right after the second episode about the Beatles. It says they said a couple of hours ago they met the Beatles. So obviously set in between that and 74 yards. Oh wait, that was 73 yards. No, that's episode 4. Oh, let me just go and check. Oh yeah, it's right before Boom, which is when Barada Sefu make her first appearance. That's when Barada Sefu makes her appearance as Monday Blinn, Belinda's descendant. So yeah. Hey, he ended up taking a picture of Ruby and he's been searching for her for a whole year until she just showed up on his doorstep. Must say she eventually found his post. It might have taken a year. She doesn't know what's been going on in her life. She said she's bound with dead now. Now, I don't know when this takes place. But no, I don't know what point in time this takes place. But sometime this year, 2025. But it's unknown what day this is set on. We never get confirmation. Mainly because Dr. Melinda never appear. Alright, Millie Gibson is credited in the opening as well. Okay, that's good. Since... why is Melinda credited then? And Gap... like, Ruby's basically the sole character of the episode. This is her third time with a Dr. Light episode. Seeing someone had 2 Dr. Light episodes didn't give us much time to spend with the Doctor and Ruby. They're just showing us their friendship and dynamic. With all that hell going on. So, most likely because Julie Gatwell was pretty busy with filming Sex Education at the time. That's why he was pretty absent most of it. Which, yeah, is understandable, but hopefully, I hope Ruby does come back to the TARDIS. I mean, her story's not over. Or maybe it is. She said father, mentioned her father, and that's a long story. Something we don't know about. Oh yeah, that's my name. I've been honest. So yeah, I'm doing this podcast. She reveals all kinds of stuff, not everything, but she sort of. But what the fuck? Anyway, she's asked the both of them. Let me see her biological mum there as well. I like seeing the Sundays again. They're fun characters. Now with Ruby's biological mum part of the group, part of the gang. Oh, she's just sitting there talking like she's like a official member of the Sundays. It's really cool. Yeah. She's joining her time with him for entirety. And well, no, the creature they captured back in 2024 tracks you by spraying some goo on you, and once they find you, you're dead. They'll kill you. Everything's been contained. It got Ruby, but Doctor gave her an antidote, and he teased her about it too. So yeah, during one of the dates, she gave him the antidote while spraying about the creature, how signs of it appearing. Great visual storytelling too. As she's talking about this, we see this everything happen, but no one knows it because it's not actually happening. It's just more visual storytelling. So yeah, Ruby's really happy having a boyfriend, since like this is main timeline Ruby, not the whole confusing thing of 74 yards. What was it? No wait, 73. Sorry. Yeah, you'll know my thoughts on that episode when I review that. Trust me on that. Also, I'm pissed about a fucking spoiler that happens in episode 6. Like, oof. I'm pissed off. I got spoiled for something that happens in episode 6. A twist. And I didn't want to know yet. I want to find out myself. But no. Ugh. I'm frustrated. Fucking frustrated. Okay? I hate spoilers. Hate them. But no, people are so fucking inconsiderate. Post that shit online. I am sick of that. Oh. Wait. It's all because stupid America isn't at fucking 6 in the morning, at fucking 5 o'clock there. Well, it is at fucking 12 or 1 a.m. here. I call it fucking bullshit. I miss used to going downstairs watching on Saturday nights. Okay, I miss going down watching it on telly on Saturday nights. I did that for years when I started watching the show when I was growing up. But now, because of the stupid Americans, they changed it. Fuck that. Okay, fuck it. I'm just pissed off at this. Yes, it still airs Saturday nights, but people already post spoilers because it's already on BBC iPlayer by that time. Ugh. It's not fair. Sure, you can say my person when it comes to American programs airing here first, but we had traditions and stuff. A lot of us people grew up watching Doctor Who on Saturday night telly. Like all of us grew up watching it like that. But now, because I'm calling to an American audience, yeah, there has to be a better way for this. Air on 5 p.m. on television in the UK. Air night time in the UK as always. But also air at a specific time in America too. I don't know, how would you sort it out? How would you make it so both UK and US watch it on TV without being spoiled? Because it's just frustrating. Okay, why not just release Doctor Who on TV? Just look, yes, Americans can watch spoilers, but they can just watch Doctor Who on at a different time than just 5 p.m. You know, they could just air both seasons at 5. Both episodes, both of the versions on 5 o'clock. As always. Different time zone stuff, but still. I don't see much Americans talking about it, actually. It was on big streaming service like Disney Plus in America. In other countries, I say here. So, yeah. Anyway. Eventually, he takes her to a pub with his mates. During some time. Well, notices some odd glitching technology. Like, electricity spinning in and out. Rick goes and calls Kate. I do like how, calling Kate there. They have a nice chat about it. She can't detect anything going on, so yeah, she is worried, but understands that Ruby's probably a bit on edge after her. I mean, yeah, it's easy to think about that when it comes to companions. Whenever they leave the Doctor alive, that is, when they choose to leave the Doctor, they always have a type of PTSD, and it's hard for them to live normal lives after that. It's hard for them to live normal lives right after that. So it's kind of understandable. I was also mentioning that Mel is currently in Australia. That's weird though. Millie Gibson was credited in this episode. Right? Even though she's not the companion this season. But yet, the 2-part season finale last year didn't even they didn't even credit Bonnie Lamford for the 2-part season finale, even though she was like in those episodes frequently as secondary companion. They didn't credit her, even though as a more role in the story, like she was just with the Doctor and Ruby. It makes sense to have a credit at the start of part 2, because she's just with the Doctor and Ruby. But no, why? They credit because she's not a recent. She's an old companion. Fuck that. Again, they didn't do that with. I don't think they credited Sophie Aldred or Janet Fielding for their appearance in The Power of the Doctor back in 2021. Wait, was it 2021? Yeah, big Doctor Who. No. Oh yeah, Doctor Who specials in 2022. Right, I forgot about that. So. Anyway, the Doctor. Also interesting enough, there appears of a familiar character there as well in Unit. Yeah, surprised to have her back. But where's Moss? Where's Nanny Rush's character? Yeah, they're swapping out scientific advisors for some reason. Like, the wheelchair woman's back. I forgot her name, okay? But you remember her, the one with the fucking darts and the fucking guns on the chair. You know when she last appeared? The Giggle, December 2023. Yes, the Giggle. The Giggle was her last appearance back in 2023. Sorry. It's been nearly 2 years since then. We haven't seen her in nearly 2 whole years. Yet she's here in this episode. Was her actress busy or something? Like, you could say they have multiple scientific advisors. Like, you say she was doing some research in somewhere else for a different unit branch. I'm just saying. But, oh well. Anyway. That night season over when one of Conrad's friends seems to be missing. So Ruby goes to investigate, and Conrad seemingly want to be like the Doctor Rosa. He even kept the penny that the Doctor 50p that the Doctor gave him back in 2007. And she found the creatures and unit arrives. But all it's not seem to be as it's really guys in suits, all under Conrad's command. Because his true cause is a true horrible bastard. He's part of a group called a think tank, who believes everything that unit said about the Doctor, alien invasions, all that shit, were a lie. I call bullshit. He was a kid in 2007, mate. And he would have lived for the fucking alien invasion in 2008. I'm sorry, but he would have lived when the Earth was moved from the sun. Yes, being fucking abused, but that shit have bloody... He's so... Is he stupid? I'm sorry, is he fucking stupid? Because he would have lived for some of those events that happened from 2007 to present. I'm not fucking joking here. You were the world turned to dust last year. Is he fucking stupid? I'm sorry, but is he fucking stupid? Like, even if he didn't see those things, I understand, but he won't live for those fucking things that happened for the past fucking 17, 18 fucking years. Okay? He will live for that 18 goddamn years. Yeah, he doesn't believe it. How fucking blind and stupid is he? Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't believe this. Everyone in the world will know everything that happened in the two-parter Stone Earth and Journey's End. When the whole world turned into the fucking master. Okay, everyone turned into the master in that one, but... So we're going to see more alien invasions that happened after that. I just... Sure, you're not supposed to like this character, but... He contradicts things. He's contradicting everything we know. Trying to contradict it. But... Like, if he lived before... like, if he wasn't around when those things happened, I understand. You know, say he was born after 2008. But no. Because... He's stupid. That's just bad writing. Okay, that's bad writing there. If you want to make a big of a counter like that, who doesn't believe in aliens, I would understand that, but you gotta make it part of the fucking law properly. Because think about it. He would have seen the Earth when it happened. He would have been around when the Stolen Earth happened. When Cyberman fucking invaded back in season 2. I just frustrated with this guy. And not in a way the episode wanted me to be. Because, I don't know. He would have seen those events to be easily believed. They can't be faked. Well, this modern unit's been around since series 7B, since series 7A, okay? When Kate Stewart first appeared. Okay, they want to see. So really, fuck him. Fuck this episode. But everyone else is fine. Anyway, he's trying to undermine, saying that everything is a fake and lie, as I said. But you know, even pretend to get. I was trying to get closer with me the whole time, not even loving her. It really hurt. He's taken away, but always has been catching on camera, so everyone believes him. But we get a return of a familiar newscaster we haven't seen since the Giggle. Yeah, what was her name again? That news reporter. What was her name again? She was such a recurring character of the Rusty T. Davis era, original one. I forgot her name. So yeah, the movie's lives made a hell because that son of a bitch. People believe in him. You know, they would have seen it too. How fucking stupid is everyone? Again, it's supposed to show the dangers of social media. How one person can easily convince many people. Just like that, even though there's no evidence. Like, people believe in that easily because they're all stupid. Even though some of them would have been around by that fucking time. This is one of the dumbest writing I've ever seen for a character. Because it opens up a lot of plot holes with this. Like, there's no way you can be ignorant to everything that's happened in the past 18 fucking years. I know how Saxon been got the best. Yes, I know that. But Earth Adventures with the Duck years down quite big invasions and stuff. Also, like, I understand him not being around with the Cyberman invasion most of the early times. Like, but he was 8 years old in 2007. When the Cyberman invaded in series 2 in 2006, he would have been 7 years old. Well, technically, he would have be 8 still. We don't know when his birthday is, okay? But still, he's still been old enough to be aware of fucking Cybermen. When they invaded London. Okay? When the dogs and Brandon freaking invaded in the series 2 finale. I got BS, okay? Don't write plot holes into your fucking story. That's the... You know how hardcore Doctor... You don't know the entirety of the Doctor Who. You probably wouldn't get one pissed, but... Again, events happened in previous seasons, especially the previous RTD era, that quite fucking invasion every part of the world. And they weren't mad at every place either. So really, it's stupid. Let's just get this over because this guy's just really pissing me off. So, anyway, after that, so yeah, Ruby's really cute. You know, her parents located to a safe place because those people undermining everything you has done over the past couple of years. And things get worse though when one of the employees ends up knocking out some of the guards and letting someone in, which is Conrad. Conrad was let in. Such an ass. He even steals one of the unit's guns, but the guy didn't want that. Like, didn't think this would happen. You do something like this. Like, point a freaking gun at them. Also, he's holding the gun at them. He came in with a gun. So really, how do people still believe him? Anyway, the other speaking of what's going on, and how the guy was helping combat, he was speaking counsel and stuff, and he sees him. He knew who Kate was too. And so Kate actually interviewed Unit a while back, but he was the client, and Kate interviewed him personally. But Kate was right to refuse him. And she says to him himself when he's pointing the gun at her that he wasn't trustworthy. And she was right. He lied to Ruby. He's lying to many people online. So really, he's spreading false information. So yeah, he's a liar. Sorry. He's a fucking liar. Don't trust him. She was right. Sorry, sorry, this is just getting my nerves for no fucking reason now. He basically insults Kate's father, Alistair Leopard Stewart. And we went well with Kate. We know how a good man Brigadier Alistair Leopard Stewart was. A true hero. Protecting the lives of many people. That's how a man he was. Even his first appearance, he was a great man. Yeah, I actually had his first appearance the whole time. I didn't even know it until I watched it. Like, it was right after the Abominable Snowman, which introduced the Great Intelligence. And they were involved in that story as well, so. Anyway, Kate's glad the doctor isn't here. Otherwise he would have stopped her from this, as she basically opens the lock of the cell that's close to them on the landing pad. It was itself that creature. Basically, making it look up and personal with it. And Kate's, it could risk the lives of many people inside. It's dangerous. Then I eventually admitted to this whole thing. As Ruby just basically sees him. He says, thank you, but she says, go to hell. And yeah, said, I will be there on that one. He deserved that. But still, a cocky attitude. As the creature ends up biting his freaking arm off, though. After that. Especially everything's been cleared up, and the guy's brought it in a prison cell. Ruby's not okay after this. Kate does her best to console her. Ruby didn't deserve this. She really was a good person. She didn't know about the past. But when she found out a companion group, speaking of which, what happened to that? Like, did Mel ever mention that to... Did Mel ever tell the doctor what's going on? I'm serious, right? Like, did Mel ever tell the doctor about that group his former companions are at? Talk about their time adventures with him. Very nice thing to do, visit them as a... Right? I'm just saying, for Gatwa's finale, before he regenerates, he will meet them one last time. I just want Gatwa to meet them one last time before he regenerates in the future. I'm saying that'd be a good thing to cap off that new Russell T Davies there with this doctor. Anyway, right in his prison cell with a brace that keeps his arm attached. He ends up appearing in the TARDIS as he meets the doctor face to face after 18 long years. Well, technically after a year, really. The doctor rightfully basically tells him in what he is and stuff. And he hurt his friend. He's special for all of them reasons. The guy's not faced. He still refuses to change with that personality of his, that bastard. He does mention Belinda Challenger, but by dialogue from by 15, he hasn't met her yet. He did say spoilers, though. That was a great reference. He hasn't met her yet, but I understand how he knows her first name, because the Doctor introduced themselves back in 2007. But he didn't say Belinda Chandra. He didn't say her full name. But anyway, he's put after a snap. He's back in the cell. What did we imagine that? But so doesn't. It was all too real. And today is his lucky day. Bingby, Mrs. Blood as a prison guard with the keys. Ending the episode there. Next episode, we're back with the Doctor and Belinda as they try to figure out how to get back to May 24th. And they'll figure that out this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up and want to see more. Subscribe to the channel and notification bell. We take always see you guys later episodes 5 and 6. Cybermaster out.